As some of you may know, I made a first semester video back in 2017. Around 1,000 people viewed it, and I myself still go back to it to marinate in the nostalgia once in a while. So, here's my last semester in the same video diary style. In your first semester video, you ended with only less than 200 laundries left. So here we are, I guess, your roughly estimated, overly metaphorical 200th laundry because your last exam of your 5-year undergrad program is tomorrow. 2 years ago, during the same winter semester, COVID hit Canada. So it's an understatement when I say you were so happy to wrap up your last year of university back in person. So let's recap starting in September instead. After moving to Montreal for a summer, visiting White Rock, spending time in Tofino, and going to Banff, September rolled around. Although you don't like hugs, you made exceptions in September for the long-awaited meetups, smiles, hangouts, and reunion after the school lockdown due to the pandemic. You moved into a new place on Columbia, then to kick it off right, you went on a mini trip with these ladies. There were moments at this cottage trip where you looked at them and you're thinking about life after this, after them, after spontaneous dates, jokes, and girl talks, and it made your heart sink a little. School started, of course. You had one class in person this semester but dropped it. Apparently Latin 101 was not your thing. But for the brief moments you were in the classroom, it did feel strange and exciting at the same time. It felt abnormal to return to normal. October. October consisted of a Toronto trip, a reading break cottage with these wonderful beings, and your first time in Niagara. Soccer intramurals were also memorable this month. Given that you've never even played soccer like half of your team, finishing third place was unexpected and rewarding. Playing soccer made you wish your parents put you in team sports growing up, but no, sports are for boys. Remember this guy from your first semester video? Yeah, you've been dating since and celebrated 4 years this October. He made you a song and you cried for the part of you that knows what love and pain feels like. In October, you were also reminded of why you cried so often in your first semester. It's that time of the year where school wants to kick your ass and you let it. November. This month, you pitched a business idea to some of your friends. You thought about grad photos yourself and realized there was a market gap for candid photos on campus. So you got working on this idea without knowing you'd soon net more than $2,000 and take photos for more than 55 people in the following months. Your mental health was also probably the worst this month. Yeah, you didn't think your relationship with your parents could get worse as you age, but oh, it did. A constant thorn and a reason for more growth and therapy. A reminder that boundaries are crucial, yet one of the hardest things to set when it comes to family. So, what does a privileged college student who wants to escape do when Christmas break is coming up and her mental health is dwindling? Yep, you booked a flight to visit Emily in Europe this month, December. In December, you finally checked visiting your best friend in Europe off your bucket list. You learned that Amsterdam is gloomier than imagined, so when the sun filled the apartment, you bathed in it. You did get to see the slightly overrated Eiffel Tower, missed Jenny a shit ton on your trip, but most importantly spent really good quality time with your childhood friend. And of course, COVID worsened this month, just when you tasted a little normalcy on the tip of your lips. Omicron forced you to cancel UK plans and you flew back to Waterloo earlier. On the last night of December, you threw a New Year's party, and guess what you all got anyway? Omicron. January, your official last semester began. This month, you officially launched your grad photos business, and that filled most of the month. The experience was empowering and emotional at the same time. In between shots, you chatted with clients about how they felt to be graduating while relating deeply. The common fear of not having a post-grad plan yet, the excitement to be done with cramming, sadness of leaving familiarity, and dreading change. This month, you ramped up job search and finally got an interview for a job that checked all your boxes. February started with tears as Lunar New Year reminds you of grandma, comforting dishes, and the warmth of Taiwan. Grandma prepared a home bao for you, but you could not fly back, so a photo of it was sent in the family chat instead. You cried all morning staring at that photo, minutes before your last interview of that job prospect. But somehow you still rocked that interview with puffy eyes and all, and now have a job for postgrad.
You have one new message.
So I did want to share some great news. We will be preparing an offer to present to you here soon. I'm trying to get it all put together so I can get it.
Mom and Dad were thrilled. You got to celebrate with many friends who also secured a job this semester at yet another cottage trip. You realize people say yes to these trips more than ever before to somehow make up for those missing moments, laughs, and opportunity lost during the pandemic. March. Your birthday month, but also your busiest month. This month was filled with lots of studying, although you did really enjoy your negotiations class and psychology of intimate relationships. You also got to see one of your best friends dance show, and it made you emotional on her behalf. You turned 23 around the people you love, danced your heart out with your partner, and got thrown up on. Those last two may or may not be related. April. It's now April and you're sitting at a well-lit corner of St. Jerome's, wrapping up your studying, daydreaming about Sayulita, and procrastinating by editing this video. I wonder how old you will be when you watch this again. I wonder if you know that this video basically summarized your most present lived experience. These 5 years have changed you, changed with you, or maybe changed because of you. They are all you know right now. I hope you look back on this video and know that your growth was tremendous. You shedded off new layers of pain, dived into vulnerability, created personal boundaries, made new friends, learned about intergenerational trauma, honed psychology knowledge, improved old friendships, completed 5 co-ops, fell in love, tried out therapy, ran your own business, experienced many heartaches, made mistakes, made more mistakes, moved who knows how many times, made really great decisions, achieved your goals, danced a lot, feared a ton, cried a lot, felt a lot, and loved a lot. Your life will not be categorized into semesters anymore, and structure will need to be redefined. Whether that is freeing or stressful is up to you. However you decide to move forward in life after grad, I hope you know that your 17-year-old self checking college admission emails would love where you are standing and where you plan to go. So take a well-deserved breather, be proud, and go live your next adventure. Colleen.